Can you hear me? Hold on.
Okay.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey. Hold on, guys. I'm going to make sure we're recording real fast. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay. Hey, Andrea, Lori, Lindsay, what's up? Oh, this is going to be so fun. I'm going to keep all y'all unmuted for now, but then once we get going, I'll mute. But all you have to do is raise your hand, or there's a chat at the bottom. You can click on chat and type questions. We're going to keep it super casual. Hold on, I want to make sure everything is just right. I love seeing your face. We haven't seen you in forever. Like seen you. Live. Okay. Hey, Lindsay. Okay, let's see, what time is it? We're gonna wait just a few more minutes. Give everybody a chance to hop on. I'm gonna go grab my water. I'll be right back. Okay. Hey, Paige.
Hey.
Okay, I know a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but a few people were gonna hop on late because kiddos. So we will go ahead and get started. I am going to mute everyone, and but like I said, if you have questions, either save them, because we're definitely going to ask questions, or you can put them in the chat box. Hopefully you see it. It's at the bottom. You can put them there, and we'll get to those as well. Hopefully I have the answers. If not, I will find out. But, okay, so hold on one second. Let me mute so we don't have a lot of feedback. And if I miss you, you can actually mute yourself too. Make sure not to mute me, because I've done that before. And then I just start talking. Okay, hey, Mindy. Okay, so welcome. I'm so excited. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to join this call. I know we're all busy and we all got, you know, crazy schedules. So shout out to you, and shout out for all of you saying yes to this amazing program that we are getting ready to start. I'm so excited. Hold on. I'm hearing some feedback. I know that's kind of distracting when that happens. Hey, Amy. Okay, so really, it's about to go down. In this weekend is when we're, you know, we've been getting ready all week, but we're really, really, really getting ready this weekend, because on Monday the party starts, and I want nothing but excitement this weekend. I know if you've been looking at the meal plan, or you know, the schedule, like really figuring things out, you might be a little like, oh my God. But don't be, just breathe and know that we're all going to figure this out. Nobody gets it like day one, bam, got it all figured out. We're all in this together. So everyone just be excited. And, you know, it's different. Yeah. Andrea's excited. It's different, but once you dive in, you're going to see that it's really not that. I mean, it's going to be hard. Now, don't get that jaded. It's definitely going to be a challenge, but that's what this is. It's a challenge. And, you know, mindset is everything. If you jump into this thinking like, oh, I just can't, it's too much, then you're kind of already setting yourself up for failure, which we don't want that. There's going to be slip ups, but nobody's going to quit. Nobody's going to fail. Okay, so what we're going to do first is, hey, Kristen, we're going to go over, I'm going to screen share, and we're going to just go step by step. Hopefully you've already done some of this, so I'm not going to go like lengthy step by step, but I definitely want everyone to know exactly what you need to do. And like I said, put any questions and we'll get to those. But I'm going to screen share real fast and go to where you should be spending your time this weekend. Hold on one second. Okay. I just love seeing, nobody leave because you know I'm going to take a picture of everyone before this call is over. Okay. Nope, not that one. Here we go. Okay, so you want to move that, go, oh my gosh, move. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Yes? Okay, and I can see Andrea, she's nodding. Okay, so obviously you want to go to Beachbody On Demand and click on your 80-day obsession. So if you haven't watched these videos, I know a lot of you have done this, but some of you have been so busy and this is all new. So if this might just be reviews for some of you. And also, guys, there's no dumb question. Don't be like, oh, that might be a dumb question. I don't want to ask that. Any questions, put them in that chat box or save them. But definitely make sure you watch these videos. There's going to be videos every single Sunday kind of preparing you for the week. And I've heard that they're kind of like reality show. So I'm super excited about that. And just kind of, you know, we're going to get to know each other. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to get really close for 80 days. And these people that we're doing these workouts with, it's the same thing because every single workout is kind of like a live class. And so I think that's what those videos are. Okay, so first things first, you want to click on the program materials. I don't want to go too fast, but not too slow either. So your starter guide, this is where you want to start, obviously. If you can, if you have access to a printer, make sure you print this off because this is your first step. Watch those videos and go through this starter guide. Okay, so just kind of a little summary there. Look, that's what we're all going to look like. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to look like us, but healthier and stronger. Okay, so step one. There's a reason why this is step one, because it is so important. You will notice that it is step one is take your pictures and your measurements. Step one is not get on the scale. Okay, if you want to get on the scale, go for it. But I'm not a huge fan of the scale. Actually, I've stepped on the scale to do my measurement, my calculation for this, and it was the first time I've been on that scale for forever. So that is your call. Obviously, you need to for the equation that we're going to do, but do not miss this. One, you get a free shirt, but that's just like, that's small. Two, you are going to be so mad at yourself if you don't track your measurements and don't take your pictures, because I have listened to so many calls and so many testimonies, and I cannot tell you how many people that did the test group said, I lost, you know, this is just an example, like 5 pounds, but 20 inches. I mean, something so crazy. And so do not worry about that scale. You know, it is all about these inches. You also want to focus on how much stronger you're getting in your workouts. Can't see? Y'all can't see? Can y'all see this? Paige, I can see you. Can you see what I'm talking about? What'd you say?
I think it's something different than what you're talking about, what we're seeing.
You don't see the before and after?
No.
Really?
It says like pre-workout, meal
Pre-workout.
ideas.
Oh. Okay, hold on. That is so funny. Y'all are like, what is she talking about?
I was like, am I the only one that can't see it?
Me either.
Lordy. Okay. Well, thank you for telling me, Andrea. Hold on. Is it changing any when I click on all these?
No.
Hold on. We're going to fix this. Hello, everyone, again. I never said I was a professional, okay? Okay, hold on. Come on. Now it's not even letting me share. Okay, we're going to get it.
Oh. Now that's big and you're little.
Can y'all, is it, now does it show the before and after picture?
It's,
No.
yeah, now you're scrolling.
Oh, praise Jesus. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so this is what I rambled on, and y'all didn't know, but if y'all have printed that off, then you you knew anyways. Okay, so yes, take your before and after pictures. This is a must, and a just extra step in the game to really show that you're in it to win it. You send these to me, or you put them in the Challenge Tracker app, which we can talk about that too. So absolutely do not skip that. Step one for a reason. Okay, so moving on. This is where you're going to see what plan you're in. It's super easy. All you do is you put your weight in, multiply it by 11, and then you add 600. If you are maintaining, and be careful with this, like if your goal is to lose 2 pounds, which, guys, that's crazy. You know, if you have a goal to lose weight, I'm talking like you really want to lose weight, then obviously you would subtract 750 calories, and that's going to put you in your plan. And the reason I say with that maintenance, if you are just like, well, I want to lose, but not much, I'm kind of happy, I would recommend maintenance, because so many people, if y'all watched that video from Autumn today, like you think eat less to lose, eat less to lose. No. I mean, if you eat more crappy foods, obviously that's not going to work out. But this program is food is fuel, is what it's going to teach you. There's no sugar on this. There's no alcohol on this. There's no processed foods on this. This is clean foods. And you're going to look at the things, the meal plans, and you're going to be like, that's a lot of food. Well, there's a reason, because it's all clean. When you eat junk, you don't get that much because it's high calories. This is, lower calories because it's so clean. So really think about that when you're picking your maintenance, or if you're subtracting 750. And know that once you go into this, say it puts you in, let's just say it puts you in plan A. If you do plan A for 2 weeks and you're just like miserable, you're starving, you're grumpy, you're cranky, you have headaches, you obviously need plan B. There's a reason for that. Your body is like freaking out. Our bodies are smart. They will let you know very fast. I mean, just think of how easily we bloat. Our body's like, I don't like that. We get headaches from food. We get so many issues, and a lot of them are stemmed from what we're putting in our bodies. So that's just a side note to really think about when you are figuring out your calculation. And if it says it right here in small print too, if you miss that maintenance, so you just don't subtract 750. Okay, so then there's all these plans, and so same thing. If there's no in between. See, it goes $14.99 to $15. So if anybody says like, I'm kind of plan B, but I'm kind of plan A. Which one do I do? The one you're in. If you're $14.99, and like I said, if you do this one for a week and you're miserable, then go to plan B. But do the one that the calculation puts you in. Okay, so you know your plan, and then we're going to go to get your plan. Hopefully, it's going to work. Okay. Yes. Okay, so let's just do plan B. Oh, it is about to storm out there. It is like the wind is crazy. Okay, so this is what you really want to print off if you can. It's basically just, table contents here. But it breaks down, if you're not used to the portion control containers, this is where it tells you, green is your vegetable, purple is your fruit, and it's going to tell you how many you get in a day. So this is the big difference between time nutrition, 80-day obsession, and 21-day fix. If you're used to 21-day fix, you would get this, and then you decide, if you want to have all your yellows and save all your greens for another meal, you would decide. And so many people will be like, well, when do I eat this? What's best to group this with? What works best with this? Well, hello, here comes 80-day obsession, and it tells you exactly what to eat, when to eat. Some people don't like that, but to me, I'm like, yes, make my life easier. Tell me exactly what to eat. So a lot of people are asking, well, since I have, I get all these containers, why can't I just choose to do it how it works for me? Well, that's fine, but you're doing 21-day fix. You're not doing 80-day obsession fully, Okay, so then this is going to explain the time nutrition. The biggest thing that you want to understand with this is you're basically just revving up your metabolism, and there's so much science behind it, and you're basically, eating every 2 to 3 hours after your workout block. So a lot of people are freaking out about this workout block. It is different. Your biggest question to figure out your schedule, the first thing is, when am I going to work out? Your day is kind of going to work around that. And so if you are consistent with your workouts, if every single day you work out at 6 a.m., then every single day is going to be the exact same thing as far as when you're eating. Sorry. Okay. So when you're going to work out, that's what you're going to work off of. So a lot of people work out early, and here's what I'm going to say with that. If you physically get ill, I'm talking you eat something and then you are running to the bathroom throwing up because your body just rejects eating early, then of course that's not going to work for you. Obviously, that's awful. That's miserable. No one wants to start their day off like that. But if it's more of just a mental thing, I just don't like to eat early, I'm just not used to eating early, it kind of makes me a little nauseous, that's different. That's something that you want to play around with this and try it, because I have heard from several people that said, I can't eat early in the morning, and then they do this, and then they do their workout, and they're just amazed how much better they feel. That's not going to be the case for everyone, though, but you never know till you try. So because the workout block is such a big piece of it, that's why I'm really stressing that, because so many people are just I can't eat early, so I'm just going to do it my way. You never know till you try. So one thing that you can do, though, because you'll see that this pre-workout meal is a green, a red, a yellow, and a teaspoon. So that's a pretty big meal. If you're okay, I'm going to do it, Kristen. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm in it to win it and do it exactly how it's written. I don't want to eat early, so give me something smaller. You can sub excuse me, this meal 1 right here for your pre-workout meal. So you would just kind of, move this one up. So if you wanted, that's like, you'll see that's a Shakeology, and you can do, some fruit in it. And this teaspoon is your almond milk. So if that's better for you, you can do that. I mean, it doesn't have to be Shakeology and a banana. That's just, that's easily digested. So that's a thought for your early morning meal. And you'll see that it says 60 to 90. Autumn stresses this a lot. That is totally up to you. If you work out at 4 o'clock in the morning, you do not have to wake up at 2:30, 3 o'clock to eat your meal. But you do want to wake up a little earlier to eat. And so, if that's 5 minutes or 15 minutes or an hour, that's totally your call. So you just kind of have to decide on what's going to work best for you with that. But my thought is, you never know till you try. And you just have to know, is it a really like physical, cannot, no way, no how, or I'm just used to this and I'm really scared to try that. Just try it and see how it goes. Because me, honestly, like I do like to eat. I wake up, I'm hungry. So this is not a problem for me. But you're not alone if you're freaking out about that. Okay, so here's the deal. The workout block is what you really want to pay attention to, of course, like when you're going to work out. And there's different examples, like if you work out early, if you work out middle of the day, if you work out late. But basically what you're doing is you're having your pre-workout meal. If you're doing the performance line, you're having your Energize before you're doing your workout. Within 30 minutes after, excuse me, if you're doing the performance line, then you would have the recovery, and you can add fruit to it. So this, you can either blend it or you can just, of course you can blend it, but I mean, like, you can add your fruit to it and blend it, or you can, have them separate. But you're having your recover and your purple. And if you're not doing the performance line, then there's, we'll get to that. I'll show you. Okay, so then basically after that, all you're doing is eating these meals every 2 to 3 hours after that. And this is another question that I got. Well, I work out at, super early, so this is making my last meal of the day at 5 o'clock. And I go to bed, I'm going to be starving. And so, of course, different situations like that, you're going to have to adapt, and you're going to have to lengthen them out a little bit more, because, you don't want to be at 7 o'clock and be like, I'm starving, but I'm out of containers. You have to work this into your life as well. Another question that I got was, can I do, like right here, can I change this to 2 greens and move my purple up to this meal? I'm still getting my containers in. Can I switch them around? Not if you're doing this program all out, and I say that because I want everyone to do this program all out, but it's not like you're kicked out, you didn't do it right, you're not going to get any results, you failed. You have to make this work, and I definitely am telling you exactly what we're learning. Like, this is how it's written. This is how you want to try to make it fit into your life. And another question I'm getting is, can I add, like right here, it's 1 green, but like keep all your containers, but add another green. There's a difference between like, I kind of want more food and starving, like starving. Listen to your body. If you are starving, then, I think you do need to add more. You might need to bump up your plan. But you're not going to alter your results drastically if you get to a point where you are just like dead, starving, I need another green or red or whatever. More than likely, If you feel like I need another yellow, you just want a snack. Oh, those yellows. Okay, so moving on. Let me go down. Actually, I can't see the chat. Whenever I was back, leave this screen share, I'll see the chat if y'all are putting in questions. Okay, so you scroll down, it gives examples. So super easy. If you like super duper easy, just copy this baby and do it every day. That might get boring though. But there are examples, this is where the pre-workouts, and it's, it seems like a lot of food, but spinach, eggs, oatmeal, and, olive oil to maybe if you want to saute that spinach. You don't have to do that. These are just examples. So also you'll notice, and this is another thing I recommend. I always recommend this even with 21 Day Fix, like your first week, first 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks with this, because it is different. Keep it simple. If you're really creative and you're so great at making, like, I think Sheila's the queen of meal prep, and she's going to definitely give us some tips. I like simple. Like, I literally do, sauteed vegetables, and then like my quinoa or brown rice, and then my protein. Like, I don't do a lot of mixing, but once you get this in your brain, mixing is really not that hard. It just kind of seems like, oh my gosh, I just mixed 5 containers now. I don't know. Oh, what did I do? Don't stress about it. We will figure that out. But definitely while you are learning these containers, I suggest keeping it super simple. Okay, another thing to notice, that rest day is different because obviously you're not burning as many calories. So you are recommended not to do the performance line, which I don't know if I could go a day without Energize, but I will try. So is life. So yes, you don't need it those days. So it's just a little different. It's really not a drastic change. It's basically you're just moving your purple to from meal 3, I think. Yeah, your purple moves to meal 3. Yeah, that's right. But you keep eating every 2 to 3 hours, so it's not a drastic change. And you rest. Like, if you want to go for a walk or if you want to do some yoga, I don't recommend doing anything crazy, because this is everything I've heard about these workouts. Like, if you're doing a little obsessed and in your mind you're thinking, whoop-de-doo. Well, first of all, I think a little obsessed, those are great workouts. But if you're thinking that this is going to be a breeze, I've heard scratch that. It's just a teeny tiny preview of what we're in store for. Okay, so moving on. So we're not even going to talk about this refeed day because we'll do another one of these calls at 6 weeks. So this gets introduced at 6 weeks. But mainly I wanted to show you that, hold on, yeah, deplete, that's the last week, and it's optional. But yeah, we'll get to that because that's a long time from now. Okay, so I really love this meal plan. It keeps it super simple. Print it out, put it on your refrigerator, fill it in. Whatever is going to help you best with tracking is going to be crucial. Meal planning, meal prepping, and tracking is going to be your 3 best friends besides the group. Obviously, it's going to be your BFF for the next 80 days. Because you don't want to wing it. This is not a program you can wing. Not at all. Okay, so these are some examples if you work out in the morning, to how to do your workout block, if you work out midday, or if you work out in the evening. And I've had some people ask, if I work out at night, is the Energize going to keep me up? Personally, it wouldn't. Like, Energize for me, all it does is just kind of give me that, like, focused, let's go. It doesn't like, I'm up, I'm just crazy out of my head, I can't stop thinking. Energize does not do that. It is not your typical you know, crazy like some of them. But everyone's so different. So if you are new to Energize, you might start with a half a scoop and just see, you know, how your body responds to it. So this is your, if you're not doing the performance line, this is your meal plan. And you still have your workout block, but you just don't have the Energize and the recovery. Okay, so hold on. Let me get back to you guys. Oh, yay, questions. Okay. What all printed material do they send? Just count. Yes. So the printed material is just going to be, I want to say that it's some of the starter guide stuff, like just the simple breakdown, and you're going to, oh, look, she's got it. We're still waiting on ours. Amy's got hers. Yay. Okay, so it's just kind of a pamphlet. Cool. Does it have the foods list on there?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, I
Nothing
didn't think so. It's I've heard it's pretty simple. It's just the calendar, but the calendar is really detailed. Like it tells you how long the workouts are every day. And the reason they did that is because that's lengthy. I think it would be like a book if they sent that to us.
Mine's not in a binder, but it's pretty thick.
Okay. Yay. I'm still waiting on mine. Okay, so can we have our coffee with our pre-workout meal? Yes. Yes, you can have coffee. It depends on what you're putting in that coffee. So that's another question, the coffee. Truly, you're not supposed to put sugar. You're not supposed to put creamer in there, you know, like with the sweetener and stuff like that. The way I transitioned to black coffee, and you can try this, I did a teaspoon, which it would be, you know, coconut oil, and I would put it in my black coffee and I would blend it for a second, and it makes it so frothy. And it sounds crazy because I used to be like, well, black coffee, it ain't happening. But now I'm like, don't touch my coffee. I don't want anything in it. Just give me some black coffee. So it can be done, and I really love it. It's not one of those things where I just talk myself into loving it. Like I really do. But you can do stevia, and you can do like a splash of almond milk. Like a cup of almond milk is your actual teaspoon. But if you do like a splash of almond milk, you don't have to count that. I mean, just a little splash. So if you are used to lots of goodies in your coffee, then you really want to work on changing that. And I know it's so hard because that's what we're used to, but it can be done. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Oh, let me scroll back up. The supplements I got cleared. Oh, yay! Amy got cleared by the doctor. She can do her supplements. All I see is pre-workout meal. Okay. And then we got, oh, that was in the beginning. Oh, okay. Y'all were telling me, but I wasn't reading it. Okay. So do y'all have any more questions? And because I wanted to talk a little bit about the group too. I mean, one thing I want to add is this is going to be a learning experience. And, you know, it's called 80-Day Obsession. Some people don't like that name. And, you know, it's the way, I think it's just the way you're going to go about it. Like, if you become obsessed with this, like, in a negative way, then it's going to be so overwhelming, and you're just going to, like, throw your hands up and say, this is not for me. But if you become obsessed with just, like, learning it, I've got a little 3-year-old at the door doing this. You were supposed to be in bed. Where's your daddy? Where's daddy? Okay. You want to say hi? Say hi, everybody. Hi. Good night. Good night. Love you. Good night. Shut the door. Shut the door. Thank you. Anyways, just become obsessed with it in a good way. Like this is going to be challenging. It is, like there's, it's all clean foods and Lori's got her wine. I know. I actually asked Bo tonight. I said, do you think I can do it? He goes, no. I was like, well, it's fun. But here's the deal. He's probably in the bathroom. Asking where Daddy is. Lindsay's drinking her wine too. I love it. Guys, here's the thing with the no alcohol, no sugar. Like if you immediately, because I'm going to say I was guilty. When I read that, I was like, what? Because I'm so used to 21 Day Fix being like, you just take away your yellows, you can have a treat. This is different. This is a challenge. This is going to be a huge challenge. And if you go into it thinking like, I don't know, baby, but mommy's busy. I'll find daddy. If you go into it, like if your immediate reaction is just like, can't, that's how it's going to be. But if you go into it thinking like, I said yes, this is what I'm doing, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try my hardest. And if you really start thinking like, I'm not, hopefully nobody has a problem. Then we've got bigger issues that we can talk about. Because that's what I started asking myself, like, well, do you have a problem? Why was my immediate reaction like, no way, no how? Because it's in our head, like 3 months sounds like forever. But think about how many times we say, time goes by so quickly. I can't believe it's only, okay, sorry guys, hold on 1 second. So, oh great, go get that, go get that now. Lord, child. See, that's why wine's gonna be hard. Okay, anyways, mindset is everything, everything. And so if my husband here be you have to take this one day at a time, but you also have to have the end, and when I say quotes, because there is no end, but the day that we complete this, you have to think like, I freaking did it. Like I did it. I just proved to myself that I can do that. Like I went into this thinking there's no way, but I just did it. And there's 51 people in our group. Like I just think like we're gonna get in that group and somebody's gonna be like, yes, I did it. And I'm gonna be like, oh, well, I didn't. You have to think about those things. It makes a huge difference. Okay, so I do want to talk about the group a little bit, but I wanted to let Sheila talk for just a little bit because Sheila, guys, we're going to learn so much from her because she is the meal prep queen. She really is. And she's really creative. She tries new recipes and she uses her containers. Like you have to use your containers. You invested in those babies. And so she's going to share because she's already, I want to say like dipped her toe in the 80-day obsession meal plan, but she did way more than that. Okay, so I'm going to unmute you. Okay.
Hello, everyone. So y'all give me way too much credit on prep. First of all, I feel the pressure. I haven't done the full on time nutrition just yet. I really wanted to focus on the block because I work out very early, and that is obviously a concern. And part of my goal was to give God the first time, so that takes away from my morning routine. So I really wanted to focus on that and make sure I could nail that down before Monday, you know? So basically, prepping for me is, I mean, I don't even know how to explain what I do. I just cook a bunch of everything. And like, it's easy because my husband will eat whatever I make, so I don't have to worry about planning a separate meal for him. And for my kids, they will pretty much eat the protein. The vegetables are difficult sometimes, and the starches are different. They're not really into the brown rice. So I can make the same protein for everybody and just kind of tweak their sides, which makes it easy. And I've discovered they love steamed broccoli, which is wonderful. So I can just steam buttloads of broccoli and have that available for everybody. So like I've already started meal planning for next week. And I will just take my like right now I have my breakfast, my pre-workout breakfast, then post-workout. Next week, I'm going to keep it very simple. In the past, I would make all kinds of casseroles, and all I do, it's really just math. So I just figure out the portion containers for each recipe and divide it amongst my day. But for this, it's more complicated, and I want to keep it simple, and I really want to be as 100% on this plan as I can be. So I'm going to just alternate. Like I'm going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday and have the same meal that day. And then like Tuesday, Thursday, a different meal. That way I have some variety, because I can't be Kristen and eat the same thing every day. I'm going to kill myself.
I know.
I got to have some variety. So, and what I like to do to keep things different is at least once a week, try one new recipe that's of course approved. And that way you're breaking the monotony of everything. And then you discover a new recipe that you can throw in your routine. So like, they have those pre-workout menu samples and the post-workout. I'm going to choose 2 from there and alternate those for next week. And then of course you can always just do eggs and spinach. And to me, like I've done it this week, and at first I was nervous because that is a lot of food to eat before you work out. And I always said I could not do it, that I would throw up, you know, I'd be like, but it's actually, sorry, it's been really easy. So I get up at 4. I only spend 15 minutes reading and devotion. But I cook my food first if I don't already have it cooked. Like those zucchini muffins that I made were from the pre-workout menu sample. And it says, you know, for plants A, B, and C, you just take the banana out. So it's it's a vegetable. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. A vegetable, a red, a yellow, and a teaspoon, which I'm on the B plan. So I made those muffins, and they were actually pretty good. So those I have in the fridge. I just have to nuke them in the morning, which just takes a minute. So I read while I eat, and then I let that settle, do my pre-workout. But I'm only allowing like 30 minutes before I work out. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, these are just 30 minutes, so I'm not exerting myself like in an hour. So hopefully it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll do it.
Sheila, tell us, because a lot of people are saying or feeling, you know, because it's new, and so you start thinking ahead, like, because there are people that do this that stay at home, like, oh, I can just walk into my kitchen, grab my meal, and then there are people that do this and work full time and have crazy schedules, and you work full time,
right? So
what has been helpful for you this week to kind of stay on the schedule?
Well, this alarm that I'm seeing everybody posting, you know, they're putting their alarm with the little heart color containers. Yes. To me, that's going to be crucial for people working.
Yeah.
I just started my new job, and it's with my husband and father-in-law and mother-in-law, so it's real lackadaisy for me this first couple weeks. I don't have a real boss breathing down or anybody that I have to worry about watching me right now. So I can just get up and go and take care of those things throughout the day. But I am new, so I am trying to learn new things, and I will lose track of time if I don't set an alarm.
Yeah.
And you just have to have everything portioned and ready to go.
Mhm.
Everything's packed in my fridge and ready. And I have a variety of things. I have things that are protein and vegetable, and then I have things that are protein, vegetable, and starch. I have each meal planned and a variety of them ready to go in the fridge.
Yeah.
So, now my kids too, I have to pack their lunch every day because they're spoiled and won't eat at school. Whether it's they don't want to wait in line or they don't season food at school, whatever their excuses are, okay? So if it's something that won't be soggy and gross, I'm picky. I want things to taste good. I don't want them to be stale in the refrigerator for a week, so I'm not going to give that to my kids either. So if it's something that's good and won't be disgusting, I'll prep it the night before for them as well. So in the morning, I'm just sacking lunches because I have to prep for my husband too. He wants everything. He doesn't want everything. I want to feed him well too. And we don't eat out during the week like ever. So everything is prepared. So lunch, snacks, and dinner is all portioned. Like when we buy a bag of, the thing of spinach, I portion them in Ziploc bags as a cup. So my whole spinach container is already pre-portioned,
Mhm.
So I take the time Sunday to portion everything that I can, even your peanut butter, those little ramekin, those plastic containers, you can get them from Walmart. I portion out teaspoons of peanut butter,
That's smart.
teaspoons of nuts. That way, that's one little thing that takes time away from you when you're busy and you're trying to get
Mhm.
everybody ready and out the door,
Yeah. And that's the thing, like so many people can look at, like it does take time to meal prep and do everything you do on that Sunday. I mean, you'll have to do on Sunday, but it saves you so much time and it saves you that bad day that can throw you into 5 bad days.
Right.
Like if you have a moment where you're just like, I don't have anything, so I'm just going to pull it through the drive-through. And then we're so hard on ourselves. We're our worst critics. And we immediately are like, well, forget it. It's Thursday. I'll just start over on Monday. Something about that Monday. But yes, I mean, Sheila is so great at planning and just being prepared, and it's going to be crucial. We're all going to look to Sheila for inspiration because it's going to be so important. And you work full time. We all have crazy schedules, no matter if you work full-time, part-time, but I really think just having those timers set in your phone, and really, guys, like if your timer goes off, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this, and I can't go eat, and this is like, then you're becoming obsessed in a bad way. Like if you just like, okay, my timer went off, I need to know that it's time to eat, I'm going to finish this, and then like you don't want to become so obsessed because it's just like not fun. You're too stressed out. Then it's just, you lose the joy in it. And so you do have to make it adapt for you and for your schedule the best you can. Everyone's digestion is different, everyone's schedule is different, everyone's body is different. Like there's no one size fits all, but you do have to try to find out. You can't just be like, that's for me, that's not for me.
Right.
Well,
what I got from watching those videos that Autumn's posted as well too, the most critical time is going to be your workout block too.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, if that's where you need to focus the hardest and try to get that, as best as what she has written as you can. I mean, try to keep those in those times because that's when you're exerting your body and that's when you need to fuel those muscles back with those nutrients so that they can build and rest and be ready for the next day. And those other meals, I mean, if you miss an hour or so, don't freak out about them,
Yeah.
But
I agree.
that's where I'm focusing the most on, because that's the biggest change, And
Yeah.
then, of course, not flipping your containers around. That's totally different, but I was worried because I was worried about that as well, about stopping so early. If I spaced it out only 2 hours, I'd be done at 3 o'clock because I'm working out so early. But I'm giving myself 3 hours in between on my meals, 1, 2, and 3, so that I can eat kind of dinner when it's dinner time. Because I do get home at 3 o'clock, and dinner I do cook. That's the one meal I usually cook.
Yeah.
So that.
Can I chime in?
Yes, of course.
So I started it this week as well, and I'm an early morning workout person. So I gave myself the meal option 1 to try for a day or 2, because the video Autumn states that if you don't have that 60 minutes, like we don't, that you can eat right up to the last minute. So I started with just the meal option 1. And then I added the protein, made sure I didn't barf. Then I added, and what I found is it helps your nighttime cravings, because it's flipping. If you look at the containers, it flips your calories mainly into the morning around that post-workout block. So then it did take me some time. I had to space mine out 3 hours from lunch through bedtime. And that took a little bit of timing for me to get where I wasn't snacking at night and letting my body get up hungry the next morning.
Yeah, I'm way more satisfied than I thought I was going to be. I'm great all, and normally I want to eat at night, and sweets are definitely a struggle for me. I want to pick and snack in the evening, but I've been so satisfied this week. It's really exciting and encouraging, because that is a lot of food, but I'm totally satisfied.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing. Like, people were just amazed. They went into it thinking, like, I'm going to die. I'm going to be so hungry. I'm going to have all these cravings. But, they were so satisfied. And, like, a lot of people that did the test group, they've been on a break or whatever you want to call it. And they're, like, craving and dying to get back in, because it became such a lifestyle, and they just loved how easy it became. It's definitely a learning curve in the beginning, but it's going to be so worth it. And what is 3 months? What is 3 months to try this, do this, and give it your all? And when I say give it your all, I don't mean like 100% or nothing. Like, of course, you're always aiming for 100%, doing your best. But, there's going to be some days where you go out to eat or you go to a party, and you just have to do your best. You can't just say, like, well, forget it. I'm going out to eat and I want to have fun. You still can have fun, but you just do your best. One thing I wanted to add is just planning ahead. Like, if you're traveling, if you're, like I was saying, if you're going out to eat, if you're going to a birthday party, like, you pretty much know. So, did Lindsay, there she is. Lindsay, I just noticed you got your hand. So, before I forget. Oh, you do?
That was earlier.
That was so funny. I didn't even know you could do that. So thanks for showing me that you can do that on Zoom. That's so funny. Okay, never mind. She said never mind. Hold on. Somebody else raised their hand though. I guess they changed their mind too. Hold on, before I forget these questions. Did I hear you say a cup of almond milk counts as a teaspoon? Yes. Yes. A cup of almond milk is a teaspoon. The containers from 21 Day Fix, are they obsolete? No, that's what you use. Those are the containers you're using. what I meant by that, maybe you're thinking about what I said in the beginning, like the difference between the 21-day fix and the containers with this is like you kind of picked and choose when you wanted those, and 80-day obsession tells you when you can have those. Yes, those are the ones you use. That's just the Big Daddy. That's actually the yellow. You can put wine in that. No, I'm just kidding. We wish, right? Okay. Let me see. The big blue one. Okay, yeah, the big blue one, that's just kind of like a travel pack for them. Holds them together, storage type thing. Okay, hold on. Andrea had a question. Andrea, I can't unmute you.
There.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So I know that you cannot endorse, or you're going to say, yeah, Beachbody Performance Line is like the way to go. I get it. I'm sure their stuff is fantastic. I would so do it, but not at this time.
Right.
So for those of us that aren't doing the Performance Line, do you personally know of anything that like would kind of like the hydrate? I mean, is there anything like coconut water I've heard is like really good at hydrating you? Is there any of these that you would recommend like off market?
You know, that came up. Yeah, that came up in another call, and truly, like, we can't forget. I mean, like with the hydrating stuff. I mean, I don't know anything about coconut water, honestly. I mean, I've heard it's good for you, but I don't know if it's like hydrate. I'm sure, but you can't forget like food is fine. You know, like post like your recovery. It can just be food, you know, like you can just stick to that meal plan. Like you're not, I mean, are they saying that it's better to have those? That, of course, you know, because you're just going to have that energy and it helps. These are hard workouts, so the recovery helps. But does it like drastically alter your results? I mean, I don't know because we haven't done it yet, but because like the test group was all with the supplements. So this is kind of like test group doing it without. I mean, you know, it's just kind of those things like you can go to YouTube and get workouts and still get results. It's what you put in with every single component. You know, like if you're doing the right nutrition, you're sticking to the meal plan and you're still doing these workouts, then, you know, I say you don't really need to look for another one, but that's just my opinion. I'm sure there are great ones out there. I don't know because I've never done supplements except for ours because I trust ours. Not saying there's not any good ones other than ours. I'm sure there are, but I just, I don't have time to research any others except for ours. So does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so real quickly with the group. So obviously we have our Facebook group going, and we're going to do the Challenge Tracker app. And so here's the deal. A lot of people are like, do I do the tracker app? Do I do the Facebook? Do I do both? Like, I don't know. It's so confusing. It's whatever you want to do. The tracker app is where, let me show you. Let me screen share. I want everyone using this tracker app. The main difference that I like more with Facebook, really the only one, is we can go live and it's longer than 3 minutes because who the heck can only talk for 3 minutes? Not this girl. But it's really where you're comfortable, what's going to keep you on track the most, where you're getting the vibe. Like there's no right or wrong, but what I do want you to do in the tracker, hold on, let me get to it. Sheila, you're going to love this. Okay. I love clicking on everyone and seeing their cute profile picture, their workouts, their Shakeologies, their before pictures, their goals. Like, you put everything in here, and it is so fun to see. I scroll down, I see all your Shakeologies, all your workouts. There will be like blues and greens, and it's easy to track your measurements here. So this is a great way to, it's a great visual. That's what I love about it. So really what I want you to do is log your, which of course it's a little different on the PC, but you basically just, yeah, it's a lot different. Never mind. It doesn't even show it on the PC, so it's a lot different. But all you do is, when I'm going to send you the email, you put all your stuff in, and every day you set a reminder, another reminder on your phone, and you just Shakeology and your workouts. And if you want to do every single meal, do it. If you want to just tell yourself, I'm going to at least post one meal, do that. But commit to diving into the group. I know not everyone lives on their phone, lives on Facebook, and you need to check it 20 times a day. But everyone has 2 minutes out of their day to log their workout, log their Shakeology, and say, what's up? I had a good day, had a bad day, anything, It's really like you have 60 seconds to do that. And if you don't, you are way too busy. You have way too much on your plate. And of course, I know sometimes we just forget. It's not like you think about it and just, I've been a bad girl, so I'm not going to post. Hopefully nobody does that. But do your best, because, and the reason I'm stressing this so much is I always see a huge difference in those that really dive into the group and dive into the tracking, and those that don't. Plus, we're in this for 80 days. You need some accountability. Accountability and support is going to be crucial. And don't, we're all real. Like, if you have a bad day, you're not out. You jump back in. Like, if you have a bad meal, you're not done. You jump back in. You're human. That's what I stress so much in my groups. Like, there's no judgment. There's no perfection. I mean, what is that even? Nobody even knows. You do your best. You keep it real. You support each other. You encourage each other, and you have fun. We're going to do lots of little pop-up challenges. I promise the group is always crucial, but it's going to be even more crucial over the next 80 days, because that's April. It's January. We're going to get to know each other. Okay, so hold on. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, I wanted to add, if anyone does daily sunshine for their kids or for them, daily sunshine is allowed. Of course, it's allowed, but it's counted as a half a green, a half a purple, and a half a red. So, if you just are like, ugh, I do not feel like having another meal, there's always daily sunshine. Oh, Andrea, this might be something you might want to do. I've heard really good things about collagen peptides, like their protein. I've heard really good things about that. Like, and you can just add it into your coffee. It basically just like dissolves. So if you're ever just like, oh, but I have to have another protein, because you can also just have another Shakeology. So there's different ways to get creative with this, and that's what we're all going to do together. We're all going to learn together, and don't think that we're all going to just have it down on Monday. We're going to learn together, grow together, and I'm going to be posting like a crazy girl this weekend. So don't be like, Jose, she's blowing me up with notifications. It's because it's the weekend before. So lots of meal plan things, lots of tips, lots of recipes, all kinds of stuff will be coming up in the group. And as always, don't feel like that's a stupid question. I don't want to ask that. No, ask it. I love seeing everyone in the group. If you want to go live, go live. If you want, like, whatever keeps you on track, please do that. It's going to help you so much, I promise. Anything else? Hold on, let me make sure there's nothing down here. Let's chat. Lori said blonde moment for that container. Okay. Oh, okay. What's up, Andrew? Go, girl.
Okay, just so I put this out there in front of all of y'all, because it does seem more, I don't know. My biggest thing is, hardest thing to overcome, period, is nighttime eating, and like nighttime eating syndrome. And I know nobody else understands that, and it's a thing. And I try, but that will be like the hard, like I almost kind of already feel defeated, sort of, but I'm like, no, don't feel defeated, because that just kind of sets you up for failure. But that will be, because I never intend to do it, but it's like it just happens, and so
Yeah.
I don't know how to do
Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. It's, well, you know, a lot of things that we do and that we're going to undo and, you know, unlearn or whatever, if that's really even a word. But, like, it's habits. It's habits. Like, I was seriously cooking dinner tonight, and I thought, I have to have a glass of wine. I am cooking dinner. That's what goes with cooking dinner, a glass of wine. And I was like, no, you don't. You know? I mean, it's just habits. And, you know who has a stronghold on us. And he is, like, he's not nice when we're trying to do nice things for us. And so, you know that the enemy, he's gonna come after you. And if nighttime snacking is your thing, then it's probably, you know, it probably will be a little harder at first, but you're stronger than that. And that kind of reminds me, like, guys, this first week, it's almost gonna feel like a detox in a way, because you might get a headache, you might be grumpy for a little bit, and you might not. You might just go through this easy breezy, no bumps. But just know that, like, our bodies are so smart, and if we've been feeding it sugar, you know, all kinds of crap, that's what it's going to continue to crave until it's gone, until it's out. And so please, 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 this weekend, do not be like, I got to eat everything and anything that gets in my way because it's going down. Like, last meal, don't do that. Don't do that. One, you're gonna feel awful on Monday. You're gonna feel awful all next week. Like, it's gonna take forever to get out of your system. So, you know, if you want to have a little treat, go for it. But please, please, please don't just, like, stuff everything in your mouth this weekend thinking that I can't have anything for 3 weeks, so it's on. Ugh, don't do that. You'll regret it. Okay, so I think that's all, unless y'all can think of anything else. No? Okay, I want everyone to say cheese. You'll know I'm going to take a picture. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay. I am so excited, guys. Really, like, what you're going to get out of this, you have to think of who you're going to become. Of course, we're all going to have a tighter push, a tighter tummy, all those things, but it is so much more than that. So much more than that, and you have to stick to it to find out. So, okay, thank y'all so much for joining, and sorry it took so long, but I hope y'all had a good time and learned some stuff. And if you have more questions, don't hesitate. Call me, text me, post in the group, whatever. But everyone will be getting their email for the Challenge Tracker app if you haven't already. So here we go. Okay, bye, guys.